Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mirella. I am a life coach, and then I'm also a mom, hence why I'm called the Life Coach Mom. And here on my channel, this is a place I bring you SOS for the MOM. Today is no different. I am here to bring you some fresh perspective, some help, encouragement, support, because we all need it. Right, moms? We are in week 8 or 9 of quarantine, and the world is just continuing to change. It has changed greatly. It is changing, and it will continue to change. So moms, I'm here to encourage you that if you are feeling stuck, not just at home, we're all stuck at home, but if you are feeling stuck in an emotion, in sadness, in overwhelm, in anxiety, it's probably because you continue to look at the situation at large in one way only. I mean, that's what being stuck means. It's one way. So I'm here to offer you some suggestions. There are 3 things, moms, 3 things I'm going to insist that you not neglect. And those 3 things are your body, your mind, and your spirit. Those 3 things are super important because I don't want you falling back on old habits. I know I'm reading comments, I'm talking to friends, and I know some of you are eating way too much, me included. Some of you are going back to old vices, things that are comfortable, things that numb you. That's alcohol. Maybe you're smoking again. You're numbing out in front of the TV. I mean, those are the easy go-to things that don't require a lot of us. I mean, we can easily just drift back into those old habits that aren't so great. They don't leave you feeling good. I mean, in the moment they do, short term they do. But what I'm here to say is to focus on these 3 areas: your mind, your body, and your spirit. So we're going to jump right in. I'm going to give you some really useful examples of what that looks like. I'm going to start with the mind. We all have a mind, right? Yes, we all have intellect. We all have brain cells that need to be stimulated. Regardless of what your IQ is, our minds need to be engaged. And I don't mean strictly with the news, with what you're reading and hearing about this virus. That's going to take you in one direction and one direction only. So this is what you do have control over, is what you spend thinking about, learning about, reading about. And I'm going to give you a quick example. I know it's going to feel totally lame, but it means something to me, so bear with me. I love to walk my dog. This is something I do every day. I spend a good 30 minutes walking around my neighborhood. And there's one particular stretch where I came across a hummingbird. A hummingbird's nest, I should say. So initially it was the nest. It's at eye level. I decided to look in and I see these 2 little eggs. So then I decided to just do some research. Like, what does that look like? What is the lifespan of a hummingbird? What are their nests made of? What do they eat? Anyways, total tangent. It's meaningful to me. It may not be to you, but it's okay. You find whatever it is that stimulates your brain cells. So you got to continue to feed your mind, grow in that area. That's number 1. Number 2 is your body. You can't afford to neglect your body. You got to move, moms. This is for me too. We got to move. We got to exercise. We got to keep our heart rate up, do a little bit of cardio. This is going to make you feel so much better. Just in and of itself, if you make it a point to go outside multiple times a day, just for a brisk walk, it's going to increase your heart rate. You're going to breathe a little harder, and just that motion is going to create new emotion. So move your bodies. Ladies, put on a little makeup. I mean, I'm telling myself this because most of the time I go around looking very au naturel, which is totally fine. But I know that when I practice a little self-care, like just basic stuff, combing my hair, shaving my legs, putting on a little makeup, I instantly feel better. It's just a fact. So if you are feeling a little bit in a slump, do something for yourself. Do something for yourself that's going to give you a pick-me-up, a little bit of boost. The third thing that you cannot afford to neglect is your spirit. It's what is on the inside, right? We know that we're more than just physical beings. We're spiritual beings. So this is the driving force within us. This is what drives your life, your values and your principles, and what brings meaning and purpose to your life. So I'm going to ask you, what helps you connect with your inside, like with your spirit? What helps you reset and ground you and bring you peace? And that's going to look different for different people. For some people, it is being outdoors, connected to nature, being in nature. For some of you, it's meditation. It could be a prayer, it could be reading scripture, journaling, listening to podcasts. There's all sorts of things. You cannot neglect your spirit. So the reason why I'm breaking it down into these 3 categories is because this is something that you can take inventory of and that you can measure. How am I doing with my body? How am I doing with my spirit? And how am I doing in my mind? Now, in terms of your spirit, one of the things that I'm enjoying, frankly, is watching documentaries. When I watch documentaries that feature people who've gone through really tough stuff, it's a reminder to me that the human spirit is resilient. I get inspired by that. I was just watching the gal, forgot her name. You'll know her name. If I could hear you, I would say, yeah, that's her name. Bethany such and such, the gal who lost her arm in the shark attack many years ago. And I'm watching this documentary and I thought, wow, if she can do that in the face of all this adversity and hardship and missing an arm, and she goes back into surfing, that really builds up my spirit and reinforces that we all have that same capacity. We all have that capacity to rise to this level, this beyond what we think is possible. It's possible, ladies. It really is. So I really want to encourage you to nourish those 3 things, those 3 aspects of yourself. Nourish it in the way that is meaningful to you and that fills you up. Ladies, the last thing I just want to add is that we can easily make our world be very small when we're simply focusing on ourselves and what I'm missing out on, what I don't have, what I wish I had. All those things shrink our world down to just me. And that's a downward spiral. You don't want to go down. The answer to feeling small and shrunk and sort of out of control, the antidote to all of that is personal growth. So I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to ask you this question. How do you intend to grow in these 3 areas? I hope you will let me know. I hope you're willing to take on this challenge. Leave me some comments below and like this video if you did get something out of it, and don't forget to subscribe. All right, ladies, I'll see you next time.